Guys, now that we have given ourselves some care and attention, I want to move on to a fun little game called Scattered Truth.
Truth, give me truth on the scattered truth.
So this is Scattered Truth, a game where I'll provide 2 lies and 1 fact. And my fellow co-hosts will have to guess which one is actually true.
B.
The answer's always C.
Wrong.
A.
The answer's always C.
It's either A, B, or C. Or 1, 2, or 3.
You got a 33.
And remember, you guys can ask me for explanations of 2 of them. First round I have for you, I've got 2 rounds. First round is music themed.
Ooh.
Okay? So first potential fact. The largest concert of all time is a tie between Rod Stewart and Jean-Michel Jarre, each attended by an estimated 2 million people.
I've never heard of these people.
Second fact, Mozart sold the most vinyls of any artist in 2016. And the last one, Barbra Streisand is the only artist to have number 1 albums on the Billboard 200 in 6 consecutive decades.
I'm going to say that I feel like the Mozart one is not true. I feel like 2016 was a big year for a lot of artists. And I think a lot of artists do put out vinyl records. But I also think there was a number of successful films around that time period that would have sold soundtracks. So it might be a trick question that someone like a composer of today sold a lot of vinyls for maybe a soundtrack.
I think it could be a composer of the past, but not Mozart.
Yeah.
Maybe. Because, I could believe that, you know?
I mean, it's plausible. It's more plausible than the first one.
Than the 2 million?
Yeah.
The concert of 2 million people?
Yeah, 2 concerts of 2 million people I've never heard of.
Can we get an explanation of that one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like an explanation for that would be good.
The concert?
Yeah, location and year would really help us out.
I have that. I didn't want to put all of that in the...
Yeah.
Okay, so explanation for the largest concert of all time is Rod Stewart's concert took place in Rio in 1994 on New Year's Eve. Jean-Michel Jarre's concert took place in Moscow in 1997 and celebrated the city's 850th anniversary.
2 million is a lot,
That
though.
one feels plausible to me.
It's outside.
Yeah, but I feel like I don't know what the population of Moscow is, but I feel like it's more plausible to think 2 million people showed up to Rio than for a concert
But it's for both
Moscow.
of them. It's a tie.
I know, but I feel like it's not actually facts, but it could be true with the explanation. So it could. I didn't say anything like that. I just said it could be false or it could be true, which is what the whole point of the game
name
is.
of the
So
game,
I
maybe?
understand the game. It's scattering my brain. What's the third one? Can you repeat the third one?
The Barbra Streisand one.
Yeah, Barbra Streisand is the only artist to have number 1 albums on the Billboard 200 in 6 consecutive decades.
Decades. So 60 years? Barbra Streisand.
Mm-hmm.
She's not that old.
Did you say songs or albums?
Albums.
She's been putting albums out for 60 years. I mean,
I feel like
how old is Barbra Streisand?
I don't
I
know.
don't know. She's old. Is she alive?
I really don't know.
Like,
I know
she's got to
her
be
name.
at least in her 80s,
I
70s
couldn't tell
or
you a
80s.
single one of her songs. Music is absolutely not my forte. So
All right, I feel like we can get an explanation for that one.
Okay.
For
And then
Barbara.
yellow, yeah, and then yellow
Alright.
the Mozart one.
Barb.
Okay, so Barbra Streisand is an American EGOT-winning singer and actress who first hit number 1 with her album People in 1964.
Dang, she's older than I thought.
64, 70, 80,
Well, yeah, that would give her at the
90,
time, yes.
1,000.
Tens, 20.
You say Billboard Top 100?
The Billboard 200, just like the
200.
the U.S. album chart.
Was Billboard around in the 60s?
Yes.
I'm going to say that one's
Free
true.
answer. I think it's the 2 million concert one, but I feel like the number could be wrong, but that's my personal choice.
I feel like these are all plausible,
Well, that's the point.
but
I did a good
I would.
job then, yay.
Yeah, good for you. But I think the Barbra Streisand one is true.
All right, Allie, which one do you think is true?
The Mozart one.
I'd like the concert one to be true. That sounds like a fun time.
It does sound like a
I'd
fun
like
time.
that one.
It's very intimate with the artist.
Yeah,
You guys locking that one in?
sure.
Okay, so your vote is for the largest concert of all time being true? Okay.
Cap.
So I can tell you that one is false.
Yes, I win. No, I don't.
You might not be right.
Well,
So
I hope
those
Tony's wrong,
people
too.
those people are accurate. It is a tie, but they were not attended by 2 million people. They were attended by 3.5 million people.
Whoa.
so 7 million total, unless there's some overlap.
Nice math.
I just have to specify that. You never know.
Did you have to?
That's wild, though. Dang.
Isn't that
That's
crazy?
A lot of people.
That is crazy.
Also, I
When
had
were
never
they?
heard of Jean-Michel Jarre before. But apparently that dude he's like a French guy and he has like multiple entries on the like largest attended concerts of all time list.
Did you
He's
listen
got to
to
be doing
his
some like
music?
EDM or some shit.
I did not. He was like a synth pop guy.
Yeah. Synthetic pop, like electronic
Pop.
music.
Yeah, pop with synths, apparently, essentially. Okay, so that one was false.
The Barbra
want-
Streisand one was also false.
Do you want the next false one or the truth?
The
I
truth.
want you to
Either
tell
one-
me that Tony was wrong.
Yes, please let him be.
Okay, the Barbra Streisand one
Oh no.
is true.
Yes, suck it. Let's go.
And
Why,
the
Sean?
the info I have for you on that one is that other artists such as U2, Bruce Springsteen, and Janet Jackson have had #1 albums in 4 consecutive decades, but Streisand beats them all, with her most recent chart topper being Encore, Movie Partners Sing Broadway in 2016. That's pretty wild.
What about the Mozart one? Who was the
Yeah.
artist?
Hans Zimmer.
It was Mozart,
Oh, really?
but it was not vinyls, it was CDs.
Ah.
In
Yeah, that makes a lot more
2016?
sense.
It says, so you didn't ask for an explanation for that one, but the explanation is that Universal Music Group released a special like box set commemorating the 225th anniversary of Mozart's death. And then like in the answer, each one of them contained 200 CDs. And each of those counted for a CD sale. So it was like a $500 box set or something like that.
Yeah, so I'll just take the victory there.
Good job,
Don't let it
Tony.
go to your head.
It will.
It's already
It's already
there.
there.
No, I
Don't
know.
you see the
My
size
ego
of his head?
is
Heck yeah.
my ego is through the roof.
Pentagonal head.
Why is it a pentagon?
You did not just call him a pentagon head.
It's a trapezoid.
Dodecahedron.
And it's a nonagon.
Got the
It's okay. I have an
isosceles
egg head. So
Oh, no.
Her head is the shape of a me.
of a me, you can literally make their heads any shape.
Yeah,
So my head
not
can't be
any
the shape
shape,
of
but a lot of.
So that means it can be the shape of a me.
I know, but it can't. Okay.
Oh,
Loser.
And that, my friends, is called flirting, and that's how you get a wife.
All right, well, do you guys want to try your luck at a second round?
Yes, I want to win.
I don't need to try.
I haven't technically won yet.
Well, that could all change.
Probably not.
Hopefully.
If she sides
Okay.
with me, yeah, for sure.
The second round is themed around a place that hopefully, despite its flaws, is near and dear to our hearts. We've all spent a lot of time there for sure. And that is the state of Mississippi.
Oh, God.
Okay.
So, the first potential fact I have for you, the capital, Jackson, Mississippi, is one of the only cities in the world sanctioned to host the International Ballroom Dance Competition.
What an interesting fact.
Okay. Next one. Mississippi's Biloxi Beach is the longest man-made beach in the world. Your third potential fact is in 1974, the world's first heart transplant was performed at the University of Mississippi Medical Center.
True.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's true.
I
Or
don't
wait,
know.
no, they aided it, but I don't know if they actually performed it. Because students from Ole Miss did aid in the first heart transplant, or some sort of transplant. Maybe it's not heart. brain transplant? I think it's brain transplant.
There have not been successful brain transplants.
No?
Yeah.
Okay, then it's gotta be heart. Whatever, dude.
No, but it's
I'm
good
just
that
trying
you know
to.
that.
Yeah, okay.
Tony needs one.
No, wait.
I feel like it was. I feel like it was in a different country. The first heart transplant.
There's some
Yeah.
sort of big medical achievement that Ole Miss students were involved in, and they put it on the fucking student radio every fucking hour.
I was curious to see how much Allie would know about this one because she's the med student.
I've definitely heard about the first heart transplant, but I thought it was in a different country for some reason. I don't think it was at.
What was the first one? Oh, the
Jackson,
ballroom
yeah, Jackson.
thing.
I feel like
Dance
there's something that Jackson is like one of the only cities in the world, but I don't know if it's
Ballroom is an
ballroom
interesting
dancing.
choice.
It is an interesting choice.
And
It's
then there's
unplay.
the Biloxi Beach thingamajig.
That's
I feel
bad.
like that is not.
It's giving me bad vibes.
There's not enough real estate over there.
I feel like it's in New Jersey or something.
Okay.
Jersey Shore.
My votes
Yeah,
on
I feel like Jersey Shore.
my votes on explanations is for 1 and 3.
I'll give you the explanation for the ballroom first. Okay. The 3 other cities approved by the International Theater Dance Committee are Moscow in Russia, Varna in Bulgaria, and Helsinki in Finland.
Why are there so few?
It's an elitist sport, I guess.
Can you say the actual fact one more time?
Yes. Jackson, Mississippi is one of the only cities in the world sanctioned to host the International Ballroom Dance Competition.
By competition, just like this is like the World Cup of international ballroom dancing.
Correct.
I just don't feel like that's true. But
I feel like it's something else weird, but not ballroom dancing.
All right, what's the explanation for the heart transplant thing?
So I'll read you the fact and then I'll give you the explanation. The fact is in 1974, the world's first heart transplant was performed at the University of Mississippi Medical Center. The explanation is Dr. James Hardy and his team transplanted the heart of a chimpanzee into the chest of a dying man where it beat for 90 minutes before stopping.
So not the first successful heart transplant. Is what I
Depends on
mean.
how you define success, I guess.
I think it's ballroom dancing. I feel like it's one of those outlandish things, like you drive into some random town and they just have that.
I
like a
still
sign.
feel like it's the heart transplant one.
It's one of those two.
Watch it not be one of those two, though.
It's not Biloxi doesn't have enough real estate for that. It's not long enough beach.
I don't know how long the beach is, but I bet Sean would have told us if we'd asked for an explanation.
You said 1 and 3.
true, I
That
would've.
was you.
I had us all vote on it. So it's not just me.
All right, whatever.
Allie, what was your vote?
I don't know. I feel like the ballroom one's fun. I might vote for that one.
All
Yeah,
right.
me and Allie are in agreement.
All right. Let me start over. I will put my vote in with the ballroom. I feel like the heart thing is plausible. So I'm curious to see what the truth is on that one.
Okay. So ballroom dancing is the group vote. That is false.
Yeah, I knew it.
It is Jackson is one of the only cities sanctioned to host the International Ballet Competition.
Oh my goosher papooshers.
Okay.
That
Okay.
makes sense with
annoying.
Moscow. and
Yeah,
ballrooms.
that does make
Yeah.
sense with Moscow.
Yeah. The world's first heart transplant one, also false.
Dang.
So the false aspect of that was it wasn't 1974, it was 64. And so
Interesting.
there's a
But it
distinction
was
here
at Ole
between
Miss.
yeah. It was not the first human heart into another human transplant. I think
Mhm.
that's what you were thinking of when we were talking about that question. But the first successful any heart, or at least they call it
I mean,
successful.
the successful label
That's what
here
the-
is.
look, I didn't-
broad
He didn't die
views.
because of the heart.
I'm not the one
okay.
defining the success. I'm just giving you the
I don't
info.
know if I would.
I will
I
give
mean,
you a
the
bonus
heart-
fact. Dr.
did
James
beat.
Hardy, the same guy who did that, was also he performed the world's first lung transplant the year before, which lasted 18 days.
I'd rather just
Ah.
die than undergo horrible
Yeah.
surgery.
I
I mean,
agree.
he probably wasn't even awake for the full 18 days after the surgery.
It sounds
I don't know.
terrible. So that means that Mississippi's Biloxi Beach is indeed the longest man-made beach in the world.
That just
How long
does
is
not
it?
seem real.
We all agreed that one was wrong.
It contains. Yeah, that was funny. It contains almost 13 miles of raised coastal land and stretches from one side to the other, 26 miles from Biloxi to Henderson Point.
Jeez.
That's not true. That's cap. It's definitely international ballroom dancing, guys. I think I was right. I'm taking a victory right there.
Rewriting history.
Yeah.
And I guess we can all go listen to Jean-Michel Jarre.
Yeah, check out
Jean-Michel.
Jean-Michel Jarre.
I don't think he needs
Jean-Michel.
any help.
Shout out.
Yeah,
my
I think
guy.
he's probably doing okay.
Well, I am curious as to what his music sounds like.
Oh
Oh, wait, I forgot it was-
I kind of am too. Thank you for that, Tony. That was awesome.
So good.
Thank you.
Please leave that in.
New. What's it called? Not section. New segment on
New segment idea?
Scattered Cast.
Scattered.
I'm gonna give up with what I'm trying to say.
No,
Sorry.
power through. I want to know.
I was just saying a new segment on Scattered Cast is whatever Tony was doing.
Beatboxing.
Beatboxing.
Scattered music making.
Scattered.
That's pretty good.
Scattered.
It was a little auto tune, like scattered. You know.
Oh my god!
That sounded very like a whimpering little puppy.
A whimpering little puppy?
That's what it
Thank
sounded
you.
like. I mean, is that what you were going for?
I don't think so.
How do you imitate auto tune, dude? Like, I don't know.
You don't. It's auto-tune.
That's the point.
Just
I was
play
just
in
trying to.
tune.
Damn, flaming me.
It was really bad. I'll be
All right,
honest.
Mr. Ballpoint fan.
Allie, it's your turn.
Let's hear it, Allie.
Wiki word.
Oh, what?
I think she has the best one, to be honest.